I am on my second day of new player account. I already got to level 39. A lot of stuff happened. When I hit 25, all of the events opened up, giving me quite a bit of shop credits. What am I going to spend them on? Also, the arena opened up, and also full access to alliances. So we're going to talk about finding a new alliance, what to do in arena, and what to spend all of that currency on. So the most important thing, I think, is to continue spending campaign energy. I'm doing the hundreds. I probably won't do that going forward. Typically, my game plan is to do the 50s, and then I don't have to worry about it. But I was trying to get up as high as possible to move this along. And then the focus is, of course, is to keep moving along in the campaign. Now, they kind of have cluttered this up a little bit, but what I'm talking about is here towards the back in the campaign. This is the wrong node right here, but right here in campaigns, they kind of cluttered this up, frankly. But down here towards the back, Heroes Assemble, Villains United, and Nexus, and just keep moving forward on there. And then when I come across a reworked character, or what I call a post-Ares character, basically anybody that shows up here that is from the Annihilators team forward. So a line is drawn in the stand right there between the Annihilators and the Illuminati team. Going to be focusing on the teams that are above that is going to be the plan. And so anytime I come across a character that has a node in one of those three things, I put a heart on it. So here are the characters that I have hearted that I'm going to be farming on a daily basis: Juggernaut, Beast, Cable, Punisher, Groot, Doctor Strange, Moon Knight, Hela, War Machine, and Vision. So when I do the 50s and I get the campaign energy, and that's going to be the best place to spend power cores, I'm going to be going after those characters. Absolutely. Now, the biggest thing that happened at level 25 is the events showed up, and there is a ton of amazing things in here. A lot of them can be done with campaign provided characters. The ones that gave me the most bang for the buck for the time, and I did all of them, we're clicking red dots, right? Is gonna be the showcases. Oh my God. The Thunderbolts showcase gave me nearly 1 million shop credits, which proving to just launch the account forward. But do all of them, and it feels like the most scarce resource going forward is going to be training materials. So if there's a node that has training materials, those were going to be the ones that I focused hard on. You can see right here, I maxed out my attempts on that right there. Well, that thing is in the way. Let me move that out of the way. Right there, you can see I maxed it out, because training materials going forward is going to be a problem. So the question is, what do I do with all this shop currency? Now, it's kind of interesting. I opened a new account just yesterday, right? And the availability of shop currency, as opposed to the account that I opened up, which was a couple days before the new system was introduced, they gave everybody 2 million currency. And so the strategy I did on that account is very, very different than I did on this account. In fact, that's why this video is so important, because the new accounts are playing by different rules than people that started accounts 3 weeks ago. And in a lot of ways, it's a lot better. So I have about 1 million shop currency, and we're gonna talk about what I'm gonna use that for. Now, the main thing I'm gonna do is that these post-Ares characters, I'm gonna be buying every day. And when I do this, I put the little flag on them, or whatever that's called. Here in the Blitz store, which is the same all the time, you can see the characters that have the green check marks, so the characters that I'm going to be going after every 8 hours. So you can see this here is 2 hours and 20 minutes left. It resets every 8 hours. So every 8 hours I'm logging in, I'm going to be buying them characters. Now the raid characters are, the store is randomized, right? So I had to go through and manually check the characters that I wanted to do. And so the way that I did that is I clicked on the orbs. I had to scroll all the way down to the bottom, and I had to go into the raid orb. And then I had to go in there individually and find the characters that I would be of interest. So new Emma, hit the little box, right? And I'm just going to do that here with you real quick. We've got Ironheart, and maybe I'll miss one. All right, here's two important ones. Rocket Rocket's important right there for the Starjammers team, Scientist Supreme, and that's it. Now, there's not a lot of characters here in the raid store that are of high interest. And then here we've got the arena store. Now, this is of absolutely importance right here. L3 training modules. Got to do this every 8 hours. And then also in here is Sentinel. And what do we got? Mordo and Falcon close to the bottom here. I mean, if you look at this, and there's Falcon and there's Mordo. And here's the thing I'm trying to say is when the game starts you off on a new account, they give you so many characters. So many characters. So if you can see here, I've got 5 that I'm using here, another 10, and then these 3 right here, 1, 2, 3. So what, 13 characters out of just mild. They give you so many characters. You have to be very selective on who you upgrade. And so right now I'm only focused on the following characters, you know, Captain America Sam Wilson, Ghost Polaris, Taskmaster Sentinel Nimrod, Omega Sun Havoc, and then up here we got Juggernaut Beast, Cabal, Cable, Punisher, Groot, and then I will be unlocking this row over time because I am able to farm the nodes. Now they do give you characters like Ghost Spider, Swarm, and so on, and they're largely not useful. We got to put Elektra on this list. We got to bump her up a little higher. Also on level 30, they give you the upgrade here, which is super annoying without it. And you don't get this particular feature that right there until you get to level 30. So what do I spend the shop credits on? And I'm going to tell you, the most important thing is to spend it on gear. I am not farming nodes for gear. Let's say I had a shortage of this, which I don't. If I did have a shortage of this, I would say I need blue skill gear, and this is what I would buy. This is the main thing that I'm going to be spending shop credits on, is I'm going to go into the supply store, and I'm going to supplies. All right, we go into the Blitz store, and then we hit orbs, and then we're going to drop down until whatever I need. Blue catalysts, blue mutant, blue bio, blue skill. I'm not going to be farming nodes for this stuff. If I need gear, I'm going to come into the blue orbs, and this is what I'm going to be sending shop credits on. Now, I typically will open 100 at a time, so I will hit open more, and I'll go to like 100, and you can see that it costs 40,000, right? But it takes a while because it opens 10 at a time, and it's kind of annoying. I know there's been some times where I'm opening like 200-300 of them, and it just takes a long time. The second thing that I'm going to consider, but I'm not going to do it right now, is that technically these Blitz orbs are of high interest. And per 1 million shop credits, when I open Blitz orbs, I'm going to get a ton of characters. I'm also going to get gold. Per 1 million shop credits that I push into the Blitz orbs nets me about 3 million gold. Now, on the other account that I started, I don't know, like a month ago, 3 weeks ago, I was sitting on like 3-4 million shop credits, where the count that I just started 2 days ago, I only had 1 million. So I'm not doing anything with it now. But the strategy that I did, like if you're coming into the game and you're looking at a number and you got 2, 3, 4 million, you've got a lot. I would open enough of these Blitz orbs until I had every meaningful character unlocked. And we're talking about Jean Grey. I don't have Jean Grey unlocked. So like right here, it says 40 out of 10. Maybe I would open Blitz orbs until I got 60 Jean Grey shards. Same thing with the Ancient One. I've got 15 out of 100. Maybe I would open Blitz orbs until I got Ancient One. Now, Gore is interesting. We're going to talk about this because Arena is going to be the primary game mode that's of interest going forward on a 2-day-old account. And here's the quandary right now is the best Arena team is going to be Annihilators. And this is of high interest to me, this Strike Pass, because you get 50 of this right here, which is the Ultra Cores, and for 50 you can unlock the Premium Pass. The only and which is, I think, is a tremendous deal. The problem I'm having with that is that these passes last for 2 weeks, and when I started the count, it was only 6 days, and I don't feel like that was enough time to get all the goody items. Like if it was like 12 days or maybe 13 days or even maybe 10 days, I would have, because all of this stuff is great and this would have got me started on my arena team. Now, what is interesting is that I talked about Annihilators forward or Ares forward, not looking at Illuminati and older. Well, Annihilators is that cutoff team, and it's an arena team. There are some data mines that have come in from Boilon, which is suggesting that we're going to be getting a brand new arena team, and maybe going forward on the next team that's released. Right now, the Cursed team is being released, but the next team is going to be an arena team according to the data mines. So I don't know that it matters right now. And my general strategy and my suggestion for people to look out is whatever that next arena team is, do that. I don't even know the name of the team, but I would go into the roster tab, hit the squad tabs, and maybe look at your roster. And when you find a team that you have three, probably should have did this: Cabal, Polaris, Beast, right? Immortal, X-Men. That, and plus two other ones could have been my arena team, right? I happen to go Orcus just because I like Orcus, and then I'm running two others like Havoc and Taskmaster. If I had Gore unlocked, I probably would run Gore because Gore has arena bonuses. So right here, this is the oldest team that I suggest is worth getting, Annihilator. But I'm saying to you is that the team after Accursed will be an arena team, and so I'm not sure I have to make a decision about that today. So the two largest scarce resources are going to be training materials and ability materials inside of the supply store right here. I'm religiously buying these every 8 hours, the T2 ability materials and T3 ability materials, because it looks like for now I'm only going to have enough of these to upgrade 5 members, like one team. That will loosen up as time goes on, but for right now, not so much. Intel store, I don't know what to do here, and I don't think I need to make a decision today, but my gut feeling is that training materials is going to be what the most important thing. I don't know if it's going to be character shards. I suspect that the correct answer going forward is going to be L4 training modules. Now, this currency rotates out every 90 days, so it's 68 days. If I was closer to like 25 days and I was scrambling, I'd probably be looking into training modules or potentially character shards. So we got through all the good stuff. We went through absolutely on day 2, go to the events, play all the events, get your shop credits. With your shop credits, start purchasing the new characters that are Ares or Annihilator post characters. Using them, that's fine. Absolutely be getting as many of these as possible. Get your L3 training modules with gold. Buy your ability materials. And then we have to talk about what to do with your alliance. And I already switched my alliances. I want to be in a good alliance. Now, when you switch alliances, you are locked out from doing raids. So we can see like right here, raid in progress, new alliance members unable to join raids already in progress. So when you change alliances, you're kind of locked out for about until the new raids start. My main suggestion is to go to the official Marvel Strike Force Discord server, and I'm in the way here, so I'm going to switch to the other side of the screen and go into the player access looking for an alliance. You have to assign yourself a tag, and then you're good to go. Now, how do you find that Discord? Well, a couple ways. This is the Discord server name right here. It's actually discord.gg, Marvel Strike Force. Or if you're on my Discord or if you're in my Twitch chat, you can summon Nightbot by putting explanation MSF Discord, and that will give you the official Discord. Same thing is also true with new player codes. There are a ton of codes that you're going to want to use early on, and the code is explanation codes, and then that'll give you a listing of all the current codes, including a website that has codes. So the most important thing, just to summarize even some of the things that I did from yesterday, is got to set up a new email to use the Scopely ID. And when you do the Scopely ID, that's going to give you access to redeeming new player gifts. There's a ton of them that worked, and a lot of them are very good. This is also going to give the Loki package at the bottom of the store, where you're going to get power cores and some Loki shards. And then from there, you got to get to level 25. Go through all of the missions that open up at 25. Specifically, the showcase ones have a high amount of shop credits. The main thing to purchase with shop credits is going to be gear, because when you're using your campaign energy, you're going to be focusing that on character shards. And then get into a new alliance, play your arena matches. There might be a better arena team, but for me, I'm just going to focus on some sort of newer characters that I have 3 of, and we're just going to move on and on. Now, lastly, before we finish up the video, I do want to talk about what it means to be an arena and arena shard. So arena shards are made up of 10,000 people, and it's regional based, so based on your time zone. When you start playing the game, you're placed into arena shard, and it'll continue to do that until it gets to 10,000 people, and then it'll start a new one. On the account that I started 2-3 weeks ago, I was like 9,900, and so I was playing up against people that had been playing the game longer than me. This one that I just did the other day, I'm at like 500. So this is a brand new shard. So it's going to be kind of randomized. There's going to be 2 things that are kind of random, depending on when you start the game, is where you land on how old your shard is, your arena shard, and then where the battle pass is and whether or not you should buy the battle pass. I actually think the battle pass is a no-brainer. And I don't mean buy it. They give you the credits to buy it. But this is going to be the best value for the 50 cores that they give you. And it's hidden behind me here. You're going to want to do that. But those 2 things just seem very random for a 2-day-old account. So if you think you can do 39 in 2 days, I'm welcome to hear if you can. And also, lastly, you don't have to go this crazy on this. Other people have gotten higher than me. There's one guy that's already at 40 that in 2 days. So I'm pretty happy with my 39. Bye for now.